we're going to be covering how to move off down a hill. So we're going to move off going down a hill. Now, if you've never done one before, slightly different than going uphill. First thing you need to remember is you're not going to be in first gear, because if you pull off in first gear, by the time you've released the handbrake, you're going too fast for first gear in the next couple of seconds. So we're going to pull off in second, got a little bit more tolerance then, aren't we, when we move off. And we're also going to be using a little bit of a brake. We don't need gas, because once you release the handbrake, you're going to roll. So you still do everything like normal. So you have your foot on the clutch, select second gear, have your foot on the brake, have a look round, make sure your appetite's clear, and release the handbrake with your foot on the brake. And then to control the speed, release that brake a little bit, and it's picking up speed, and then you're lifting the clutch off straight away. And then you're back on the gas then if you need to, or you're on the brake. So that's how you want to pull off on a hill, going downhill, that is. Because if you go for that first gear in gas, what's going to happen is you release the handbrake, you're going to fly off like a rocket. It's going to be screaming at you in the next second because it's going too fast for that first gear, and there's a risk that you're going to lose control or even damage the engine for going too fast in that gear. You know, before you realise, especially on the steep hills, and I mean I'm round Buckingham at the moment driving round, so there's quite a few hills round here where normally I'm in Milton Keynes and there's not many hills. So there's a difference. And if you look at the clip now, when you do park up going downhill, and this goes back to when you're doing your theory test questions and ask you how would you turn your wheels. Now I've turned the wheels into the curb when I parked up, just in case the worst happens and my handbrake fails. So if the handbrake fails and it starts to move forward, the car, it's only going to move forward maybe a few inches to half a foot, and it'll, at that point, it's going to turn into the curb and stop. Where if you have your wheels straight, like we normally do, and the handbrake fails, you go straight down the hill and straight into the car or into the junction, or do something dangerous it'll do. And there's not much I can do about it. So if you're going to park down a hill and you live on a hill, have your wheels pointing slightly into the curb, and you move off in second gear. So we'll go to another hill that's quite steep and we'll demonstrate it again, and you'll lower the engine. So same again, we're going to move off on a hill. This one's quite a steep one again, so we're just going to get our, I see, I was going for gas then and didn't realise it, just instincts. So we're going to foot on the clutch into second gear, cover the brake, check what's going on, it's clear, handbrake off, and it's picking up speed already in second gear. I'm just going nice and slow. At this point I'm off the clutch, covering the brake, because I'm going downhill pretty steeply. And like I say, if you pull off in first gear, it's going to race off like a rocket, and it's going to pick up how much speed in the first couple of seconds. If you're going way too fast for first gear, you'll be struggling, the car's going to be screaming at you for a gear change, and you'll be wondering what's going on. So pull off in second if it's steep, and then you've got more control to control the speed. If you like the video, by the way, and you think it's helping you, then feel free to share it.